Hello ladies and gentlemen, FFDev here, and as I mentioned before, I'll be making more content. Sorry it's been a few weeks, I've just been trying to learn a few things, so without further ado, I'll get right into it. So, one of the first things I had begun working on was a game engine, and that game engine, I decided to use Raylib as the framework. And don't get me wrong, there's all sorts of positive comments. Raylib's a really good framework, library I guess you could call it, to work with and make games. However, there is one big problem, and the problem was bigger than I initially thought. Initially, I wanted to use eNet for my multiplayer for my game engine. My game engine, one of the requirements for it is that I can do multiplayer. Well, it turns out Raylib has conflicts with some of the Windows header files, which while I could have got a workaround to get eNet working, with more and more research I found out it would become a much bigger problem as I wanted to add more features onto my game engine. I tried working with the Raylib and tried a lot of different workarounds to see if there was different ways I could fix it, but the one problem is there was no quick solution. There was no easy solution. The best solution would be if the creator of Raylib did a namespace, something like that, or either added prefixes to the files and the functions, because it's got conflicting function names with the Windows library. That's what it is basically. And a lot of C libraries, because it's written in C, do suffixes and prefixes. Like SDL uses SDL, and SFML, which is a C++ one, uses a namespace SF. But upon looking online from what other people said, and questions people have asked for this feature, but it doesn't look like the developer is going to put it in, so you have a couple of options there. Somebody has made a fork of it, but they haven't supplied the code, or you can download the source, go through and change everything yourself, which I didn't want to do that. I want to go digging through someone else's code just to fix it to make a working version. So this left me to my other option. I decided to use a graphics library, and this gameplay in the background is going to make sense, or graphics API, excuse me. The gameplay in the background is going to make more sense once I describe what's going on in this video. So whenever I had a game engine, I wanted it to be able to do 2D and 3D games. Creating a game engine, which I've already got like the basic framework of my game engine in place and I haven't updated you much. I'm using Entity for the Entity component system, so that's all fine and well. But creating it for a 2D, I could just throw in some SFML and eNet, call it a good day, you know, or even SDL. That's not the problem. The 3D part was the problem, and I didn't want to use two different frameworks, so I decided to go with an API. And I was doing research and I was looking into OpenGL, which I initially avoided, and Vulkan, which I initially avoided. But after doing research, I'm big on performance. It appears that Vulkan, you can get much better performance with Vulkan. So my idea for doing Vulkan, I thought would be really good instead of using OpenGL, because Vulkan's newer, more modern. However, I got humbled really quickly, and it left me looking like the T-Man. Not only did I look like the T-Man, but I felt like the T-Man. And while some people will say it's not too difficult, I agree with the resources. It is ridiculously difficult. It was so difficult, in fact, that me with a software engineering, my bachelor's in software engineering, I didn't even finish setting Vulkan up completely, like initializing it. After I got so many lines of code, not really understand what was going. I could have got it initialized, but to really get the best out of their performance, the best performance out of it, I would have needed to know what was going on, so I actually just scrapped that. Then I started reading online about OpenGL and went to Udemy and purchased a few tutorials. And tutorial classes, I guess you would say, and OpenGL is turning out pretty good. I also bought a book called the OpenGL Super Bible. However, I did not think that that book was a good fit for me personally because it hid a lot of stuff in a namespace. They already developed their own framework, I guess, kind of with it to abstract some stuff away. But I want to see all the code when I'm learning because I want to be able to really optimize and understand what's going on. So as of now, I'm continuing with Udemy courses, and I am reading the Learn OpenGL resource that's free and available online. They also have a book, but I'm just reading the online version. This has seemed to be going very well, and I will update you guys on how it's going in the future when I have something to show. I'm hoping before too long I can show you a little bit of something, but without giving too much away, I'm gonna create a game that renders terrain kind of like Minecraft, but no, it's not a Minecraft clone. The whole idea of the game will be completely different, minus the procedural generation and biomes. You know, the biomes will be different. I will give you this hint, it'll be cities and towns and things of that nature. But overall, I think everything's going to go good. It's just going to take a little bit more time than I anticipated. But anyways, I was just catching y'all guys up on what's going on, and if you want to share your projects, be sure to join the Discord and share your projects. I'd love to see what you guys are working on and what you've been up to. And hey, I'm always open to suggestions, and I welcome help, and if I can help you guys, I'll help you guys. So just be sure to join the Discord in the link below, and you guys are amazing. But that's why I was showing the Minecraft gameplay here, because I plan on making a voxel game. I'm really interested in procedural generation. Also, on the note of my game engine, I do have a noise library already installed, entity component system. As of right now, I'm gonna switch the window creator. I was using what was it, Raylib before. I scrapped that and I put SFML in. Thinking on SDL, but I may use GLFW for the window creation and input, or maybe just use SDL because there's some audio capabilities already built in. However, we will figure it out one way or another. But anyways, it was good catching up with you guys. Be sure to join the Discord below. If you haven't, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll try to bring you stuff. And in the future, I should be bringing a lot more content. It's just really hard to make content while learning this. It takes a lot of time, and some people are really good at it and can learn stuff like this in less than a week. But me, on the other hand, it's probably going to take me about a month just to get it going. I'm just being honest with you guys. There's a lot to it, a lot to graphics programming, but in the end, I think it'll be rewarding because also I'm still working on my mobile game in Unity. But why I didn't use a AAA game engine is because I'm pushing away from those major game engines, and I don't like Godot. Nothing against it, I just like C++. Those major game engines, you know, they can always change their terms and services, and if you have a hit game, they get like 30% on top of the platform getting like 30%. I just think it would be, like, for the long term, wise for me to create my own game engine. But it was good catching up to you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video, and don't be like the T-Man. Take care. Peace.